Yeah. Yo, Counter-Attack podcast.
I'll give me a crack, man.
Oh, bloody hell. Lamb. Come back, you just want to bloody be eating.
But you probably ain't eating today, innit?
What are you trying to say, bro?
Like, that you need to eat, innit? Not enough.
Okay.
I'm trying to look out for you, bro.
I don't know. In the group, it ain't really sounding like that recently.
Why?
You're normally my dog.
Is this a bite?
You're normally my dog. No, it ain't a bite. Let's get on
Is this
there,
a
man.
bite?
You talk about Spence on air.
I'm just talking facts. I'm just saying facts. It's up to you what you want to do with it.
He's not been saying anything.
Who, me?
Let me all come and vent on the podcast.
And then he just says, yeah, I'll be there.
It's like, you know that
You're
meme,
kind of there, man,
you know,
yeah.
when you see the thing
Oh,
afterwards,
the
like, yeah. He's reading it, he's like, yeah, all right, cool.
Oh. I mean, mate,
Far you not.
we ain't got a pod to do it all.
I remember them when I was a little kid.
Brent, keep all this bit in, yeah? So that everyone could just see that it's Lamin that we're waiting for.
There you go.
Appreciate it.
Oh.
Some water to that.
You know what? I would use that to cleanse the palate now. I need some slices of lemon.
He's changed,
I
man.
don't think we're on that budget yet.
No, we're not, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm just waiting until we're on that rum budget, bro.
That's all you want.
That's all we know, we made it.
I want your man.
Yeah.
Tea, bro. Bit of mint tea.
Counter-Attack podcast with myself, Daps.
Spence.
No. Lamin, you've been gone.
Oh, come on.
No, it's you.
You know what I mean? No,
How could the guest go before you?
That's how it's moved.
That's how I know you look at yourself as a guest now, bro.
Let's go again. Sorry, my bad. Let's go again. Sorry.
Yo, Counter-Attack podcast with myself, Daps,
Spence.
Lamin.
and
Alton Thelwell.
Alton. Can I pick him up, Brent? The mic. Is that all right? Yeah?
That's cool. That's closer than mine.
Shout out Mr. Thelwell.
Yes, what's happening?
Get me. Guys, keep liking, subscribing, sharing, all of that on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and every other platform.
Everything.
Hashtag Counter-Attack podcast. Before we get into the podcast, I'm going to play something. Obviously. Yeah. I need to
Oh, do
play
we have
this.
to? You don't have
Headphones
to
on?
put the headphone on, do you?
No, but if you want to hear it. But you've heard it already. I'm literally just going to play something from the...
Is it what, the Fletcher?
last,
The Fletcher thing?
No, the last
one.
podcast.
The Souness thing?
No. I mean,
I don't know it then.
okay.
Is it playing?
Pires or Giggs.
In the Premier League,
Ah.
there's no point even saying it on the podcast because everyone's just gonna say Giggs. Everyone will say Giggs.
Who's the better player? Okay,
Player.
no, let me ask that. Who's the better player? Pires
Perez.
or Giggs?
In my opinion, Perez. And I'm not saying that because I'm an Arsenal boy, but
No,
in my
I
opinion,
think it was Pires, but I said that.
No,
on the Instagram, the old one. Like,
I think definitely as a player, Perez was better.
I think it was a no-brainer for him. But it's only because of
Giggs had,
longevity.
Giggs had longevity. No, but that's all like
That's it.
people might say that can be your only argument. It was longevity, but if you look at Perez's stint in the Prem, what he did, Perez was mad.
Spence talking rubbish as usual.
That one caused a bit of debate, innit?
The reason why I'm playing that one, yeah, because we got absolutely slated.
Did you?
Got slated for saying that, but a lot of the time it was just the comments were dumb.
Yeah, nonsense.
They're not giving you like.
No, I wouldn't. No, do you know what? I wouldn't
No, they're
even
dumb.
say,
No, Spence, they're dumb.
I wouldn't say
we're not going to lose
because
listeners. They're dumb.
no, it's not even about losing listeners. It's like another man's opinion is another man's opinion, innit?
Yeah.
Regardless if I don't agree with it, like they're entitled to it. But it's just like, obviously, it's in the question, innit? It was like, who's better? It wasn't because some of the things in the comment was like, oh, you know,
Giggs has won more.
yeah, Giggs has won X amount, which is he has, but that's a different argument. Who's more successful? Or Giggs can play left back, Giggs can play centre mid. Mind you, he couldn't do it well, but you're just saying he can. But if he can't do it well, that's not an argument either. If we're just talking about players, I think Perez was a better player.
So what were the comments saying? Like, just not happy
We
with
ain't got
that?
a clue. We're doing it for views. We're doing.
Did it say that one? I didn't see that one.
Yeah, someone said
Wow.
we're being controversial.
Controversial
for
purpose.
for views.
No, man, it's an opinion, innit? It's a preference. Boy, I'm Arsenal, innit? Fan. Obviously, I play for Tottenham.
Boo.
Yeah, I know. mate, I'm gonna lose some clients after this. I'm being honest. Like people come out and you doing that, and I'm like, yeah. I just keep it cool in it. But no, I'm a gooner in it. But if I'm being honest, I would say Giggs personally. So I played against both of them actually. But
Are
we dropping it?
That's good though.
As I'm talking in it, I just obviously remember.
Pick up the name you dropped.
To be fair though, you're qualified. You're qualified to talk about them. You're qualified.
What year was it? If you remember with Giggs,
2000. Was it 2000? I remember David 2000, so it would have been 2000.
Okay, so just after.
2000.
Yeah, so he was still hot then.
Yeah.
At the Lane or
at the Lane. And then did he play at Highbury? He probably played at both, I think definitely at the Lane.
Yeah.
That was probably my 5th game or something. And
deal with that.
Yeah, have that one.
Yeah. No, I'm getting it wrong. No, Perez was 5th game at the Lane, North London derby.
Yeah.
Giggs was later in the season. But same, 2000. What I remember, Giggs was on the bench, and he come on.
Change everything.
I just thought, nah, this is too much. Like, he was just so sharp. He kind of changed it.
Yeah.
Just up the tempo. He was quick, like both feet. I just thought, nah, he was a lot. Perez at the Lane was, he was good, but at that time, I don't know if Perez was he on fire.
He was still settling.
I think he was still settling.
I think that might have been his first season.
He was still settling.
Yeah, Invincibles was 2003-4.
Yeah,
obviously he
if
started
it
to come
was,
on
it was still settling.
sort of 1
Perez,
2.
he was actually voted, funny enough, Arsenal's worst signing.
Yeah, his first
Yeah,
season.
after his first season, he was the worst signing. When he had the short hair, and then he got the goatee and just changed.
You couldn't really tell at the time what his qualities were properly.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it all kind of changed for him. Do you know what I mean? But like you said, as soon as he got that goatee and that little band that they all seemed to wear at the time, do you know what I mean? It all changed up.
He upped his game.
You know?
But I remember playing in that match, and Henri was playing.
Stop it.
I know, I'll keep dropping these names.
it.
And no, because like, you end up talking, innit? Like in the game, like whatever, yeah. And then it was Tottenham winning one. I'm saying we, innit? Tottenham were winning 1-0. I was playing for Tottenham. And about 70 minutes, I think they took him off, Perez. And I was like, and Henri's like, you see him? He said, what did he say? He's scared. He actually said that. He said like
Talking about Perez.
Yeah, meaning that you know it's a proper game, isn't it?
Yeah, the derby,
joke.
of course.
If that's his first season, I think it was.
Yeah.
He's probably just saying he's not ready yet. He don't
Yeah,
realise.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
not up to it.
Yeah, it's a rude
It was bit-
awakening.
he
That's
said he-
crazy.
He kind of, you know what I mean? Just trying to say, which I get though, because he's probably looking at you going, no, you're not ready.
He's
You're
probably
not
seen
ready.
the tackles and the
And you got to remember,
It's not really
and we're talking
really
2000, so tackles were tackles were flying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're talking. You know what I mean?
What was the final score in that game then?
1-1. Arsenal equalised in the last minute. Vieira.
Shout out Patrick.
Come on,
Vieira.
Patrick.
My idol.
Literally, like
My man.
Yeah,
Shout out
yeah,
Patrick.
yeah.
Shout out Patrick.
So it's weird, isn't it? Because I'm Arsenal at heart. Like, I'm young. I'm 20.
Oh yeah, but I was going to say that when you're actually playing in that game, are you able to just switch off and just be like, you know what,
Do your job.
do my job, or is it literally like, I wouldn't mind, like when it got to the 1-1, when it got to the 1-1, was it like win-win?
Bruv, it's not like this. Once you play, you play. You want to win. I don't give. You know what I mean? Arsenal, idols, and all that. I don't give a damn. Like it's war.
Proper don't matter,
Yeah,
is it?
it's war. It's war. Like this is you. You're representing yourself. So there's none of this. I'm on it. But I mean, afterwards and stuff, you're like blessed. Like yeah. You know what I mean? You're like happy, you know what I mean? But
Did you celebrate when Spurs scored?
Or
Did you kind of think like when the ball went like out for throw and think, oh fuck man, I celebrated for them?
No, because I'm thinking I'm 20. This is my 5th game or whatever, and I need to do well. Yeah, and that's first. Then regards anything. So I was more like, imagine we beat Arsenal.
Yeah.
Because we was going on a bit of a bad run.
At the time, Tottenham were kind of very mid-table, very towards the bottom half, innit? Whereas Arsenal were obviously flying, innit?
Flying. And we was doing bad, and the fans were on our backs
Who
a bit.
was the gaffer at Tottenham?
George Graham.
Oh, it's George Graham.
Graham, right? Yeah. And we were like struggling. And that season, he put I was on the bench quite a bit. I never played.
Yeah.
And was getting some bad results and stuff. And I was kind of happy to be on the bench around it, get accustomed to it and stuff. And then we played Liverpool at the Lane.
That couldn't have been easy.
Well, we were ready. I think it was like 14th or something. Fans on the back. And in training on the Friday, you know when we do shape.
Yeah.
And then he sort of put me in a bit.
He's included you.
You started
normally
thinking,
switch
no,
out, yeah, he kept me in. Like, all right, cool. And he kept me. I was thinking, all right, was he going to drop me out? And Ledley, he kept him in the team as well. But they put Ledley in the middle. Yeah, Ledley King, big up. And then we went to set plays, still in there. He's like, all right, on your bit. And I'm thinking, rah. And this was on the Friday. Sunday, we Liverpool at White Hart Lane on Sky. And I'm thinking, rah, this could be it, innit? Like, you know, like that moment, you're like,
Did you know like at this point that you were gonna be playing?
No, he didn't say anything. I just thought, right, he kept me in, and then training was done. He didn't pull me and go, listen.
Yeah.
It was just normal.
So you're just kind of thinking, I might, but
because I know I've been through this drill lots of times. And this team normally don't want to start, but I don't want to say anything. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it cool. Let's just see. Saturday training didn't really give an inkling, but I got more of a vibe again, but no one concrete.
Yeah.
So I just told I didn't. You know, you don't want to pressure too much.
Yeah.
I'm telling my dad, when you look, come down. I'm not like, I'd rather keep it. So I just got all tickets. I said, yeah, make sure you come in at Liverpool, big game. I didn't say anything that I might play or anything.
Yeah.
And then, luckily, I was in the team.
How'd you not get on?
Started, yeah.
Who were you up against?
Owen and Fowler.
Yeah, that's mad. That's a lot.
Bro. Already, I'm thinking about that.
Owen before hamstrings.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Bro, it was early.
This is 2001, yeah?
2000.
This is when they done us in the FA Cup that year, innit? He was flying.
was it 2001?
Is that when Owen scored 2?
Yeah, he was flying.
I hate him, man.
Flying. And he had Onshow and Uppy at the back.
Yeah. It was, bro, 18 years
I remember Onshow,
I'm trying to think.
Remember
was Onshow there?
Stefan
Yeah, on a
Onshow.
blockhead, bro.
And they had man like who's the keeper again? Was it what's this geezer's name?
Oh.
The Dutch.
Oh, Vesterveld.
Yeah.
Sander Vesterveld.
Vesterveld, yeah.
That's old school.
Yeah,
Bro, I swear, it's so long. You're like, I can't even remember sometimes. You know, you're like,
Yeah,
wow.
Didi Hammond in the midfield.
Do you
and that.
sit there
Remember them ones there?
sometimes and just like think, flipping out, that was my life.
Yeah, you shared a pitch.
All right, this is, I'm more or less retired around 28, 29, injuries and stuff. And then I almost got into like PT and doing all that sort of stuff. And you sort of block out, well, I did, just block football
You
out.
forget it.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of trauma, the whole process in the
trauma,
end,
innit?
with injuries and politics, and then coming out the game a bit, not getting a club, having to go non-league a bit. Then I went to Thailand to try and get a contract out there. It's a whirlwind, and then when you come out of it now, you're like, rah, you just need to like kind of pick your life up and say, right, that was that. Time to move on, innit? Because it don't stop. Time don't stop. You think you can just ease into it. 1 minute you're a professional footballer, next minute you're like, right, what now?
Yeah,
it just hits you.
a civilian.
It hits you like a child. So it's like, rah. So I thought, you know what? I need to do something. I like the gym. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy training. And it did cross my mind, like when I was about 24, 25, like if I did, when I retire, what will I do? And I thought that would be a nice transition for me. I do enjoy it, train other people. And that's it. I just jumped on a course. Do you know what I mean? 10-week intense, blew my brains out. Since 16, being pro. Not like that. You're not really doing much studying and all that.
Imagine having to study again after all of that.
It was hard, like from 8:30 in the morning till 6:30, intense. It was one of them 10-week blow your brains out.
And you're just used to like a day is like just 2 hours.
Training.
Like 2 hours and then
training
you're
at
done.
10:30.
Probably
Done by 12:15-ish.
Might have breakfast there, might have a bit of lunch, stay there
Have
if
lunch
you want
and
to.
that.
Even if you stayed late, you're still out early. Do you know what I mean?
It's
You're still early enough to go pick up your kids if you've got kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Easy. I'm home by 2, let's say. And
That's crazy.
That just becomes normal. Home by 2. Used to have a little. I used to chill out, watch Sky Sports or whatever. Have a little kip. I always have a kip in the day. And even to now, 38, man, still having this little power naps, bro. Like I'm used to it. I get to a point down like, no, I need a little half hour.
Yeah.
But for me, it gives me a little kick. You get a little boost. Other people have coffee.
Yeah.
I'm still on my little sleeps. People are like, you're like a child, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what? I say, I'm going to bed quickly. Like, I look at the time. I'm close. My gym's not too far from me. So I just quickly go home, little half hour back. I got energy for my evening clients.
wow.
So yeah, man. But it is kind of surreal. I was out once and some guy, he's like, Alton, yeah, what you saying? And I was genuinely like, I don't know you. Like in my head.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, I was like, yeah, Orion, remember? And I said,
Oh yeah, I did that. Yeah, that was
And that's
me.
what I mean. Sometimes I just totally forget I even played football.
But why is that? Is that more because you just like you're trying to forget about the experience, or literally just it's just
maybe subconsciously, but I think naturally you're cracking on with day to day now. I'm not. Football's not.
It's not priority. No.
It's not priority at all. Yeah, that is it.
But
Football
you
was a
still
priority.
you still watch it though.
Right, this is what I'm gonna say again. The last few years, I'm not as on it. It's mad. I'm not as on it. Like match of the day, because I'm busy. So I got morning clients, evening clients. I want to train as well. You got to eat. You know, all these things. Time's a bit scarce. So say on a Saturday, match of the day, that's my time to get it in. But then recently, sometimes I'm like, I might miss it because I might do something Saturday night, and then Sunday comes. It's my only day off.
And you just want to chill, have a bit of you time.
Boom, and then I'm like, football. So then I might just fast forward to what I want to watch. A little Arsenal game, boom, catch a little bit. All right, and then I don't want to watch that game. No. And I'm not giving it that hour to actually look, analyze properly. Where before, I'm watching it. I'm watching
everything.
So it's a mad transition when I look at the whole thing, bro. You're like, it even shocks me a bit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? How
Crazy.
Not as on it, but yeah, I mean, I still love football. Still love it and that, but not as, it's just not as fundamental in my life.
See, if we go like before you made the debut, and obviously as a kid it was, because I think years ago I read Ledley's book, and it was you Ledley, was it Peter Crouch?
Crouchy, yeah, in the youth team, yeah.
Yeah, was it youth? I think, or was
Crouch
it
was at
someone
Tottenham
else?
Youth?
Yeah, he was the same age group.
Oh, so when he went back to Tottenham, or when he went to Tottenham, that wasn't his first time.
returning.
Oh, okay.
Crouchy, yeah.
They even sent him out on loan to Dally Jamlet, I think, if I remember correctly.
Did he go there?
Yeah,
I think
loan to
Dulwich wanted
Dulwich.
him. He might have done.
Something mad
But
like
in
that.
the end, they sold him to QPR.
Yeah, I remember
that's
that,
it.
yeah.
And then he done his thing there, and then came back round and come to Tottenham. So
What's he like? Was he funny then?
Yeah,
Because like, when you see all the stuff he does now, I just think he
Crouch
sounds
is the
legend.
nicest guy in the world. He's a funny guy. He's just chilled. Because I went to Sweden with him. So
When you was on loan,
yeah, so when
Yeah.
when we was at Tottenham, how old were we then? 18
was that
maybe?
was that part of a deal or something?
Yeah,
they
so,
brought some geezer over.
Yeah.
or
a
something.
couple of young boys from
and
the
then,
Swedish club.
Yeah, that's it.
John Johnson and some other guy, I think the name was. And they were like, they want you and Crouchy.
In
to go-
2000. 2001.
It's either 1999, 2000, because it was the season
Before you
just before I made my debut.
Right.
And I'd had an ankle injury for 5 months. So they were like, look out and go out there, get fit for the following season.
Okay.
I didn't really want to go at that time. Sweden. I just thought, no,
Yeah,
I'll do my rehab
what
here.
the hell
But
am I doing there?
yeah. So me and him went out there, and like 2 months, he's the type of guy, I've never lived with anyone before, but you wouldn't have, they have one argument.
Yeah.
You know, one of them, he's just a funny guy. You have
Yeah.
a laugh with him. You don't take life too seriously. But he's a blessed guy. He's blessed. No, he's good.
He's got his own podcast now, isn't it?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Apparently it's meant to be decent. as
Yeah,
well.
I might
Anecdotes.
look into that.
Shout him out, man. We'll get him to come on our one.
Yeah, why not?
Who got you?
Yeah, man. Why not, man?
We'll see.
You can try, innit? You can try.
We'll see about that one.
What was it like then with George Graham?
I was literally going to ask that.
Because you know, like obviously as an Arsenal fan as well, when
Yeah.
you hear of like the back five and how it was like attention to detail in terms of defending.
Yeah. So when he come, I was still youth. Yeah, I was youth team. And what he used to do is get the youth team to play against the first team now and then on a Thursday. So that was good for us lot because we could show what we could do. And a lot of the young boys proper like, obviously we can't tackle. Yes, they don't tackle them. Don't
Yeah.
be too bad. But he was like kind of regimen. When I got more training with the first team, attention to detail was everything. Like offside, innit? That was his thing. Like played off.
You play the offside rule.
You couldn't just be like a yard. They couldn't be just a yard offside. That's too close for him. We're talking 2, 3. It's got to be fundamental. They're off. Boom. It's not up for debate.
Yeah.
That's how well drilled it kind of had to be. Like heading the ball, he'd be like, no, watch the ball. You know, like breaking down, watch the ball, bang, and all that. You know, next one come out and all that.
Distances, don't let it drop here. It's got to drop out there somewhere.
And then do it again. Like, you know, we're like everyone, we're in a circle, just throwing balls up, like just like mad. But he knew that the game was built on a strong defense. So any team he went to, you knew the defense was going to be on point.
Defensively,
But
yeah.
for me, as a defender, brilliant. What more do I want?
Yeah, as a
Education-wise,
yeah,
it was perfect. And then him and Stuart Houston was the assistant. She used to do a lot of work with us as well. But yeah, just well drilled. You got to be tough and strong and tackle and not shirk anything. Do you know what I mean? But people say they were scared of him. Meant like he's a kind of a scary figure. He would flip. Do you know what I mean? But not on the whole. He was
quite cool.
Yeah, just do the job, innit? Kind of.
Yeah.
If you look at the managers today, I guess like you got your Peps and all that sort of stuff. Like I feel like they're the all-round managers. I wouldn't see he was that kind of at that level where he does everything. But I can't really knock him either. Like for what he'd done at that time.
Yeah,
he was a good manager, man. So yeah, I was blessed. I was blessed to have him as the man. He was the one that brought me through, and I think he liked the fact that like I kind of love to defend. You can just see that I just love to defend, innit? Like I'm on it. Like whatever we need to do. So I think he done an interview once and said when we was coming through and they were talking about me and stuff. And he said, I remind him of Lucas Radaby in the way that I defend.
Lucas.
Yeah, big up. I'll keep dropping. Nah, you know what? You know what? You're right. I gotta check myself.
We'll give you another 5 names.
Yeah. I can't stop. But so that's the sort of, you can see what he liked, and you had to be strong, you had to defend solid. And yeah, man, he brought me through. So yeah, big up.
Who's the best player you played with, do you reckon?
Best
player you played with?
All right, because youth team with Ledley, and then just seeing how both-footed, read the game well, made it look easy. Just because when I went, he never trained for some reason. When I was on trial early on, he was never there, and I was thinking, I've heard this name Ledley King, but he's never around. And then
that wasn't because of injuries or anything. Why didn't train?
I'm not too sure. Cause he had school and all this stuff, and I don't know. Some would say he got treated a little bit better because he's Ledley. Do you know what I mean? And when we used to come to games, my man used to have the 3/4 length jacket, the hat.
Yeah.
Like, how come you got the trainer's hat? All right, cool. But I'd say with Ledley, youth team, first team, he's probably one. Yeah, I was blessed to play alongside him.
What do you think it was about him that made him
I was going to ask exactly the same question.
Because the same thing you're saying is exactly when we had Jermaine on.
Yeah.
Exactly, and Jermaine was saying, like left foot, right foot, read the game.
Just everything.
Like he was saying everything, literally.
As if they give you a book there, say this.
Yeah,
it's
like a script, isn't it?
Because a lot of people do say like, I don't know what's so good about Ledley sort of thing. And then when you say, nah, because when someone just makes it look easy, and as a striker, Jermaine must know like, you can't probably get past him. He'll know like, I'm doing what I can't.
All I can,
I'm doing what I can do. But I think it's just he's calm in any situation, regardless. Do you know what I mean? He gets there first. He makes it look easy. Reading of the game's just impeccable. And I think it's just that when he's in the team, everyone's a little bit calmer. So I think even under Harry Redknapp, you could see like he wanted Ledley on the pitch at all costs.
Times,
and Ledley say to him, like, I know if you're out there, we've got a chance.
That's mad.
So when managers are,
That's mad.
Bruv.
When a gaffer says that to you and you're a defender, when you're on the pitch, we
got a chance.
Forget the striker. When you're on the pitch, we
do you
got
get
a
what I mean?
chance.
Though? You just got to go, what? He just actually had it all.
What was he like in terms of like playing around? Obviously, you said he's calm. What was he like? His aura and his leadership like? Because obviously, you could tell that when he played, people looked up to him almost naturally.
Yeah.
I think from a young age as well.
I think just through his performances and just how good he was, he commanded the respect. I wouldn't say he's a shouter and hollerer.
He was more like a lead by example kind of
seemed
guy.
like
Totally lead by example. Totally. You can't help but respect him for the way he performed and everything. So yeah, he weren't a shouter and hollerer, but yeah, literally lead by example.
Best player you played against? TT.
Right, there's different periods in your career, isn't it? So I don't know if I'd made my debut yet, but I was playing a reserve game. This is a random one against Leicester City. Who's that left winger? Is it Gunlagsson?
Steve Guppy.
Not Guppy.
Guppy used to whip them in there.
I think it was like Gunlagsson. I don't know. Google him 2,000 times. Left-footed player. I was playing right back. You know, he just...
He had your number.
No, I just thought, no, this is ridiculous. Like, actually, he was just boom, and I was falling for it.
Those are the worst games.
And I just remember,
did you keep like looking at the time? Think, fuck me, half time.
I was just thinking,
this is embarrassing. You do get those days, innit? For one reason, someone just got your number.
I was on fire, but I said, nah. But yeah, I remember that experience. So reserve level, that he smashed it. But first, yeah, I probably would say Henri. Just
another one.
Just it's just X factor in it. Pace, just arrogance, quality. Yeah,
Was he,
it was a lot.
was he ever a talk on the pitch? Like, did he ever used to say little things like,
get in your ear.
You can't catch me.
Nah, see, in that game, the only time we spoke was when Pires went off. Really, not like that.
Yeah,
really. Yeah, he didn't really moan and that. I'm a defender that gets tight and stuff. So, you know, if you've got a problem, you're going to say something. Do you know what I mean?
Close enough to hear it.
He just, whatever.
How quick was he though?
No, he was shot. Do you know what? In that game, I'm trying to think. I don't know if he used, like, there was one moment I remember where it was like a through ball. He opened up. Yeah. And I thought, what am I doing? What am
Ferrari.
I trying? I should just go back to the goal. Sort of thing. And it was like one of those. I'm trying to stay in there. And he sort of, you know, and he just give you that little experience, innit? I'm like, flying on the floor and he's cutting or whatever. But yeah, that game, we didn't allow him too much space to get in behind, if you get what I mean. But yeah, no, like phenomenal, sharp, quick, X factor. He was probably best. He's the best.
What was Vieira like?
Vieira, do you know? I think
This guy,
the game.
I love Patrick, bro.
No.
I love him.
In both the games I played in my debut season, I think the first one, Vieira come off the bench, and he scored the winner.
Shout out Patrick.
So yeah, and he made a big impact again when he come on. But the main one, when we played them at Highbury, and this is I played about 8 games on the trot when Graham brought me through, and then he dropped me. Then I was like just about the squad and stuff.
Yeah.
He got sacked, Graham, that season, and then David Pleat took over, caretaker.
Yeah, I remember.
So
I've got a question about David Pleat actually.
yeah, we had Arsenal that weekend, and in training, you know, everyone's just training hard and stuff. On the Saturday of the game, I'm playing. Like, and this come out of the blue. I was playing, and not even like in defence. I was playing centre midfield.
He wanted you gone. He wanted you gone.
I think he tried to end my back. I said, what?
Just
Went out and I saw, because obviously Ferdinand's a strong player, and on the Friday we have like 5-a-side, so it's all physical, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a good battle. You know, you having them little Fridays, we have a little tussle. It was good.
What, with Les?
Yeah, Ferdinand. Yeah. And
another name.
I'm reliving it.
Yeah.
I think I'm 20 again. And he said, the way you was battling there, I want to see that out there, you know, today. You got Vieira and all that in the middle. Go for it, blah, blah, blah. I was like, right, all right. But you know what? When you're not expecting it, you just kind of have fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just go and
I said,
enjoy
boy,
it.
I'm playing at Arsenal. What kind of heroes? I didn't think I'd play. We just went and we shut up shop though. Like we knew we couldn't match them. Just dropped off. But it was a good battle. Like I love the physical side, innit? So he was like a beast, innit? So I was like, perfect. But I think, Ashley Cole played that game, because I remember before the game, you know, like you see, had a little spud me. It's like, we always banter on the pitch, like, what, out tonight, yeah? Like, you know, like, they do them little dumb ones. It's always like, out tonight, bro, all right, Seth, bro. That's the sort of banter in football, isn't it? Like, I know it's mad, you're thinking, we're just about to play, it's 3:00, but they're the little things you do, isn't it?
That's cool.
And to be fair, I did quite well against him in that game. And like actually did say, you done well against Vieira, to be fair. But no, that was he's a beast, isn't he? He's a beast in the middle, man. Like all round, isn't he?
What's he like though? Like, because people always obviously talk about how good physically he was, how dominant he is on the pitch. What's he like from tactically? Because I always used to say to people that you don't realize how good someone is at that level, because it can't just be all brawn. Do you know what I mean? A lot of it's brain. Because I used to watch Patrick Vieira, and I remember when he played in the middle, obviously that season probably playing with either Petit or he's either playing with, it weren't quite Ray Parlour, but Ray Parlour was starting to move into the centre.
Yeah.
And I used to watch them, and I always tell people, look, like, I learned and I really understood what movement was from a centre midfielder, because before, I used to just do this, or do that, or do that.
Yeah,
but I really understood how to play when I watched them two, because one of them would always go, and it would always be one, and somehow this one would find the other one. I don't quite know how, but he would cut 3 players out of the game just by that pass, and that pass would, as Spence would say, would break the line. Yeah. And obviously, then all of a sudden the pitch is opened up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what was he like tactically when you kind of like
up against it?
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I got in the game late, like at 16, professionally. So Tottenham was more or less my first professional trials.
That's crazy.
And I even went there and they
And
were
you ended
like,
up going first team.
well, in the end, but like
hard.
under 16s, I went on trial and they said, listen, we've promised most of the boys YTS already. I was like, cool. And he said, like, so yeah, you know, it's kind of unlikely. Like, and I was like, right, all right. So then I started playing and I was like, okay, this guy's got something. And I'm so blessed that it was a 5-month period. They didn't sign me, but they gave me the opportunity. And I was learning more and more. So I'm quite good at picking up the game and applying it on the pitch.
Yeah.
So come back to Vieira, playing in the middle, I would be quite good at anticipating
Just what he's trying to
movement. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
That's why he probably put me in there, because I would be on him.
Yeah.
I was like a bit of a rash, innit? So I'll be on it and just tight, bam, 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 bam. So
Patrick.
and it was 0-0 for 70 minutes. Like, it was boring, I think, but we held tight, and then I think Perez cut in. Boom.
I think, yeah. I remember
I
that.
remember that. 'Cause
Yeah,
he just curled it.
That was a
Top
wicked
corner.
goal, yeah.
Then there was that one.
Yeah.
Like long finger.
Still got to love Perez. And it, after, you know, when was it? Because so you was there when Glenn Hoddle was gaffer.
Yes. So yeah.
Did he ever train with you?
Yeah.
How good is he though? Because I always
I
hear
heard
like
he was
he's
unbelievable.
that guy.
Yeah. So yeah. So he'd play in the 5-a-sides basically, and in a way you think you put this on for yourself, ain't you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you love it, like, because he still had it, man.
Could he have gone and played on the Saturday?
Legs wise, no.
Legs was,
but if you
brain.
just made him, just sit and do little things and keep it ticking and all that, then yeah.
You know, I've never actually seen Glenn Hoddle or even clips.
Seriously?
But everyone always talks like
No, there's some.
different. Says he
I've
was-
seen
he
some
was a business.
serious clips.
Yeah, it's
but people that are like older guys.
Yeah.
Like I know a couple Spurs fans, but who are a lot older than me, who remember him playing.
He
Yeah.
said he was
Say
unbelievable.
he was like left foot,
I
right
heard,
foot.
I had
everything.
a story once, that when he become England manager,
Yeah.
that he was trying to show them how to do a drill, because obviously all of these drills were advanced.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, he was on.
because he got Tottenham playing the 3 at the back and then the wing backs. And,
yes.
this, and I remember even the interview recently where he used to say he used to play that formation, a quote unquote defensive formation, but make it attacking.
Yeah.
Because he would always want the one in midfield to kind of be an extra one going forward, not an extra one defending.
Okay, yeah.
And I remember that there was I think it might have been Rio that was telling Scott Ellis and that. And one like Glenn Hoddle was
shout out Scotty.
shout out Scotty, but he was showing him a drill, where you kind of hit on a half volley kind of thing, innit? But he hit with a little bit of spaz, little bit of style, but he hit to the man's chest. And apparently some of the England players, some was getting it right, some was getting it wrong, and he was getting upset. And he just goes, and he called them all in, and he went, and I forgot, I think he might have, I don't know who he told here, but he said, just do it like this. He got it, bang.
Yeah.
And everyone was just kind of on a mad one. So I heard he was technically just crazy.
Yeah. No, he was. He'd love, because he'd do like just, like outright the ball come and just sort of spin it, so it boom, 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 and spins to you.
No.
You know them, yeah, and you're like, all right. So even if he saw you out messing about doing that, he'd be like, Spence, no, I like it. Do you know what I mean? He would buzz off it. But then how many people can actually do this stuff in a game where he's probably doing this stuff in the games and stuff. But yeah, like I think Hoddle was, he didn't play me much. So on that aspect, and he kind of released me in the end. But as a
How did
manager,
that conversation go?
how did it go? It
Yeah.
went well. I had a few injuries, but when he come, I was in the squad quite a bit. Played me a few times. I got injured, groin injury, 10 months.
For
mad.
a grain injury.
Yeah, pelvic bone. I
Wow.
had injections. It was madness. So a long time out. And when I come back, he spoke to my, because I got fit again, etc., and I was hovering around. And my agent spoke to the club, and he said to me, they said they're more just going to give you another year. You've had a year out injured,
Yeah, so
so
they wanna
they're going to
see.
honour you, give you another year, try and get back fit. Mate, 3 weeks to end the season, pulled me in the office. Yeah, we're not give you a contract.
Just like that.
Raw.
He probably saw that game in centre mid.
Yeah, man.
Said
He
that.
done me. He done me. He said, nah, after that, I can't give him. He just said that. And I'm the sort of guy, at them ages, I don't really like begging or like,
Yeah.
I was like,
The pride.
kind of, probably. Like, because I'm like, what can you say? They're not going to give you it. What are we going to do? I'm
Yeah.
not going to change your mind now, am I? So I was like, all right, cool. Like, kind of thing, like, blessed. And then I was on my A, I said, yeah, they said they'll give me it. And he's like, what? Oh, blah, blah. Agents and another thing. So it was a bit of a shock because I actually thought, you know what, they're going to honour me, give me another year. So I was like, raw. And 3 weeks later, I was at the club kind of thing. So That's football, man. You just never know until you sign that contract or you can't say anything.
And then where was it from Spurs to Hull, was it?
Spurs to Hull, yeah. Because during that season as well, that last season before I left, Peter Taylor became manager at Hull. And the writing should have been on the wall because John Gorman, the assistant manager at Tottenham at the time, he said to me, Hull want you on loan. Would you think Peter Taylor's out there, etc.? I wanted to still try and get in
Spurs,
Spurs. And I was like, no, I think I'm going to rather just stay and try and fight for a place and stuff. But I think from then, they must have been thinking, like, we're probably not going to be out on a contract. They just didn't say it. Where you'd prefer, look, just stay up front, then you can make provisions for your future. So I didn't go then. I didn't want to go. I stayed, didn't get the contract. And then Peter Taylor got in contact with me. He said, look, I know it's far, etc., but we want you. And I thought, I've never heard of Hull. It's like 250 miles away. Yeah, I'm a London boy. You know, you're weighing it up. And at this stage, they're League Two.
Yeah, back in them times as well.
And you're thinking, I'm going all that way.
Was it even League Two or was it Division 2 at the time?
It was the old...
Division 3 probably.
No,
League 2 was Division 3.
It weren't Division 3, no.
League 2 was Division 3. Because it was
Division.
So when Premiership was
Division 1.
Division 1, 2, 3, yeah.
You're
Division
right.
3.
I think it was Division 3.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. They didn't start
even have
doing
League Two
that.
then.
Then it
That
became Championship.
that was like
then League 1,
Yes,
League 2.
you're right.
that was like close, like 2007-8 time.
Yeah,
They changed the
when it
names,
changed.
innit?
Did you go? Oh yeah, you went Hull, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I signed in the end. I signed a 2-year deal. And you know, it's probably the best decision I made. Coming out of London, something new.
It's a different experience.
Totally different experience. But I liked out there. It seemed like people were a bit more friendly. Then like I know, you're walking down the street as a black man. If I subconsciously, if there's a woman, or even it don't have to be white woman, whatever, I feel like I don't want to feel anywhere. I'll cross the road. I don't want them to think blah blah. But then out there, it's just like everyone. Seemed kind of like cool. Just bless that morning. And I'm like, I just thought, okay, everyone's on a level. That's what I remember from that. But yeah, ended up signing a 2-year deal under Peter Taylor. But it's a good time. We won the league that year.
Yeah,
we won consecutive leagues. Went Division 3 to and he said that to me. And listen, the chairman's got money. He's throwing it at it, and I will get promoted twice. Like, trust me, come down. So I thought, in the end, I just did it. So yeah, it was.
What were your main like injuries? That was it a couple? Was there like a specific injury that kind of did it for you?
16, I had a hernia operation before I was even at Tottenham, before I was in the youth team, which come out of nowhere. Which always, my groin then was always a little bit. I didn't rehab properly because it was like kind of NHS. NHS. I got a scar like that big on my groin. They said 6 weeks rest, then you can go and play. That's what I do. 6 weeks rest, went and played. I used to play, come off the pitch. Man's couldn't really walk. Like, groin was killing. So you go through that experience. At Tottenham, I still had the groin problems, but to be fair, you'd end up like they give you painkillers and that.
Yeah,
from injections or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of painkillers, etc., etc. That was the first little bit, but the main injury was my knee when I was at Hull.
Yeah,
the second season. So the first year we got promotion, I was thinking, second season. Don't know how it come. I was just thinking, right, this year I want to be fit. My final year of the contract. I was just getting pain in my knee. But I was having a good pre-season, so I didn't want to stop. One of those. Kept going. Went for the scan. They went, you think you need an op. Had the op. I said, how quick can I get back? 1 month. Cool. When I'm doing a rehab, why is my knee crunching and making all noises? And I'm like, is this all right? Like, you know what I mean? Swelling up a bit. And he's like, yeah, it should be cool. Had a month out, played about 3 games. I don't know how I even played them 3 games. The knee was swollen and that, but the manager wanted me out there, one of them ones. After about 3 games, it was swelling up. He said, no. I said, no, I need to go and see him again. Went back, second operation. This time he's like, you got osteochondral defects on the bone. He done some procedure called microfracturing, where they drill holes into your bone to attract blood to heal it was madness. Again, all I cared about, how quick can I get back? Like that's, as a footballer, he said, 2.5 months. I thought, all right, not too bad. I come back past Christmas, I had 4 months to do something. 16 months later, another 2 operations. He said it was career threatening in the end, etc., etc. You might have to retire.
How's he led you on like that though?
Huh?
How's he led you on like that?
So that's a good question because fast forward, our captain Ian Ashby, at the time he was the captain at Hull. He had the same injury, like kind of like a year later, while I was still rehabbing, and he had the same surgeon. But why are they saying to him, it's probably going to take about a year to heal.
Yeah.
You need to be on crutches for 3 months.
Whereas you...
And yours was a month and you'd be back playing.
2.5. For this one, 2.5. So I'm like, at the time, we used to joke about it in the train. So
you're doing yourself harm and he's getting proper...
It was like, I said I was the guinny pig, innit? Like, we banter. We just laugh, innit? Like, cheers out, and you're the guinea pig. You know? Yeah. But coming out of it, I'm like, right, you think about it, that was crucial. Because I honestly believe I'm the sort of guy that if you tell me 8 hours in the gym to rehab and get back, it's happening. So I've done what he said. And in the end, it still went right. So I know the right protocol. I should have been on crutches, let it heal properly. Yeah. Then you come back slowly, take the weight off it, non-weight bearing. So I spoke to someone. I said, you know what? Can I make a claim or something? And I spoke to another surgeon though. So I reckon they all got each other's backs. And so he was like, to be honest, no. Like, you know what I mean? He said, these sort of things at that time, your injury was kind of a new thing. So people really wouldn't have known what to do. And I just never really followed that up. You know, you move on. You're like, it's fine now. You know what I mean? That was it. So yeah, madness.
Surely you would have preferred to have known that at the time. So
100%.
And this is the first kind of one we've seen. This is what we're potentially going to do.
You're right.
But they don't.
Or we're not too sure.
Or we don't know. We've never seen it before. But tell you what we do. We think this is what's at least your manager.
Yeah, you're right. None of that, man. And I probably wasn't as outspoken then. Do you know what I mean? Because really, you say no, this ain't right. But I just thought it's already done. Let me damage limitation. Let me just try and see if I can still play football. Get a career out of
Were
this.
you playing at Orient with?
So
with the
16
injury
months out of Hull, and then I got back, and Peter Taylor said, "Look, if you show me you can play, I'll give you something to the end of the season." So I got out there, like I weren't the same really. Like I was out for 16 months. I thought the surgeon actually said to me, for your own sanity, go out there, train a bit, just try and get up to it. He said it's about 90%. The bone's still soft. So I just got out there, done a bit, got to a stage where I could do 90 minutes for the reserves. And fair play to Peter Taylor, he gave me a contract to the end of the season, which was another 3.5 months or something. But you know, it's like you're not earning throughout that all time and all that. So he kind of looked after me. And then towards the end of that season, they were going to release me. He pulled me in the office and said, look, I can't really give you anything.
Yeah, you haven't played.
It was championship at that time. And I did play like 9 games.
Yeah.
But he was probably looking like, come on, the knee's not really up to me and stuff. So I was like, fair play. And when I did sign for Hull, he did say to me, Alton, if I ever get a move, I'll take you with me.
Yeah.
What happened that's it, he got a move to Crystal Palace. But I couldn't hold him to that because I knew I weren't the player. I couldn't go Palace. Like,
was Palace Championship then?
They were championship.
Is this
but they were...
Is it Neil Shipley?
I don't know.
Is it who he is?
Neil Shipley.
Yeah.
But they're always like in and out of the Prem Palace, isn't it?
Yeah, so they were definitely a bigger team,
Yeah.
bigger budget and all that sort of stuff. But I didn't hold him to that because I thought, you know what, you already hooked me up, etc., etc. So he didn't take me to Crystal Palace. But they said I'm not going to get a contract. So for 3 weeks, I was just training, doing my rehab, etc. Last game of the season for Hull against Watford. Watford were already in the playoffs, and he said he's going to play me. So I thought, right, my last game for the club. You know, you just think, shackles are off, let's just play. For some reason, my knee felt good again, boy. I was like, shit, man, that's why I feel good today. So I'm going to name drop again. But Ashley Young was their winger, innit? And I'm thinking, boy, this could go one of 2 ways.
Crucial.
This could be a career ending or whatever, you know what I mean? But luckily, I was just on it. I think God blessed me. Like, I was on it, I felt good. From that game, they gave me another year.
Really?
Yes, bro. They gave me another year. They were like, you know what?
I
think he's back. Like, you know, like he's back. I thought, rah. So they gave me another year. So blessed. I got another year at Hull. So that was mad. 1 minute I think I was leaving. Then I got another year. Signed another year there. But then Peter Taylor left. Phil Parkinson come in as manager. And to be fair, we didn't really...
Didn't kick on.
Didn't really work out. Didn't really work out. But then, Orient went back there and got to the stage where I couldn't really train just play games, just manage it, basically. Swell up.
You was captain down there as well, weren't you?
Vice captain. So Stephen Purchase was captain, and I was vice. But yeah, man, the knee was good for a while, and then it started swelling up again, etc. So yeah.
Was you happy to come back down to London after
Delighted.
you've been away
Buzzing.
a whole for a bit?
Buzzing. Like you missed home, innit? It's like,
Yeah, of course.
I come back, I was like, thank the Lord. They took me on loan first for a couple of months. They said if it goes well, we'll sign you.
Who's the chairman? Barry Hearn.
Barry Hearn, yeah. He's a character.
Is that Hearn as in
Eddie Hearn's dad.
Eddie Hearn?
Yeah.
I didn't even, he's into football.
Yeah, he's the chairman, isn't it?
Yeah, he was the chairman. Yeah.
I just thought they were
And Leighton
all a
Orient.
family of boxers. I didn't even.
No, he was
Got
chairman.
bare Sport.
He was chairman.
He got deep investment in sport. And that
Yeah. But Martin Ling was manager. I thought this is my chance to come back home and stuff. And luckily it went well. They were bottom. All right, that's it. They were bottom of League One. And I remember sitting at home watching Sky Sports, thinking, I was peed off a hole. You know, Phil Parkinson weren't playing me, and I said, surely Orient need a defender. I literally said it. I was like, 2 days later, my mate who does some youth work, I was chatting to him, and I said, man, I'm sure Orient, man. Like, sure. And he went, Alton, let me speak to Ross Emblem. He used to be the youth team. I don't know if you know, youth team coordinator there. Let me speak to him, and I'll get back to you. Remember about 10 minutes later, he said, they'd come in for you already. I said, huh? He went, yeah, about 3 weeks ago, Orient come in to take you on loan.
What?
I said, what? So then me and Phil Park, I was like, he obviously didn't tell me because he just wanted me in
Just
the
wants you
squad.
in and around the setup.
Bruv, that's why football's mad. Like, certain things go on. That's what I think makes you just...
Yeah, that's too much, man.
So I was like, well, I said, what's going on sort of thing. Cut long story short, got out of there, got on loan to Orient, and I thought I need to make this work, basically. So we won our first game on my debut, etc., etc. Then they gave me a contract for a year and a half. So that's how I come back to London. But yeah, buzzing to come home. You know, it's like...
What was the moment where you thought, yeah, I can't do this anymore?
So when I left Orient, they didn't give me a contract. It was kind of recession times, isn't it? You know, like a lot of footballers are out. And I actually felt good.
2008.
Well, yeah, that was
2008.
And I kind of felt good. And I was mentally, I thought, you know what? I always try and make a positive situation out of a negative. So I was like, right, let's go. Let's try and get a better team in Orient. Let's do this.
Yeah.
But another operation. I just had an ankle operation, stress fracture in my ankle. So I'm out of contract with an injury. So I'm saying to my agent, yeah, I know, but see what you can do. So I remember Burton coming for me and Morecambe.
Missions.
In my mind, I was like, nah, you know. But in hindsight, if I look at it, because they probably would have took me on a year and let me recover and give me a year contract. Looking in hindsight, I was probably better off taking the deal.
Yeah.
Didn't. Kind of half recovered from my ankle, went to Bournemouth, Eddie Howe.
Yeah.
Trained there for 3 weeks. They had a transfer embargo, so they couldn't sign me. Then I was going, MK Dons, Paul Ince was there. Didn't get a contract there. Then I'm thinking, raw. Season starting now. I'm at home in my like, okay, where'd I go? Mansfield, Aldershot. You know that? Nothing was happening. I just thought, this is madness. And then that's the moment you just think, you know what? Maybe it's just time to like cut it. But end up going to Newport. Dean Holds was the manager. South Wales, part-time. And he said, listen, just train once a week and play games and cool.
Go up there to train once a week
Oh, but I had to go up to Newport.
for an hour and a half.
Just don't. But can you see where I'm at?
Yeah. But was there anyone commuting from down this side?
Yes. So Charlie Henry, a winger, he was from down this side. So I had to meet him, M25 or whatever. And then I used to go out with him, come back down, make my way home.
What time are you getting home?
Especially after a match like midweek and that.
Yeah.
Oh, mate. Even just training, because training was in the evening, obviously, because everyone's working.
yeah.
You're gonna start like 7:30 for an hour and a half. Gaffer might want to debrief after.
Do you know what I mean?
Can you imagine?
You might want to
First day
shower.
that-
You want to shower as well.
shower before you leave.
No showers going on. Get me home, innit? Like, that was, I think it's like a 2-hour journey, even to Newport. So you're talking midnight and stuff. Like, so it gets, but I knew you have to do something. If I didn't take that,
Gotta keep going.
then it literally is, okay, hang your boots up and try and
Yeah.
find something else to do. So I had to do it. So I've done that for about 8 to 10 weeks. Then Kettering come in. I thought, all right, cool. Went Kettering because they were league up. Conference South Newport. Went to conference with Kettering. They were top 6. I was thinking, all right. I was just thinking, can I get back in the league if they get, And went there a bit, and it started all right. But then, to be honest, their way of playing football,
Didn't work for you.
it was hard work. It was hard work. Even conference is a very physical league as well and stuff.
Conference, that's the league. I always say, if once you're in it, it's so hard to get out of it. And it's
Mate,
just,
that's a hard league.
Yeah.
I don't care. That's a horrible league. Is it like whatever centre half and all that?
Yeah.
It's not easy. So I was like, oh, okay, this is tricky. But we had just different ideas on how to defend. Even like me and the manager, like Lee Harper, I think his name was, and the assistant manager. So they were telling me to do things. I'm like, really? Like, and it got a bit.
And you know what's mad about that? Obviously, you're coming from like
It's a different level,
place where you've had George Graham, you've had Glenn Hoddle,
Mate,
You've learned how
better,
to
better
learn
coaches.
proper.
And then you come to these
Grounded.
guys. Then you come to these guys, and it's just like, but what do you know?
What were they asking you to do?
right. We used to play a game, say we lost. You're right, come on, everyone's in tomorrow, whatever. I look at the video. All right, cool. Why is this that? I'm like, well, is it going to striker? I get tight. Then it's a tight round.
The
It goes
fullback
wide,
guys
we
come in.
shuffle. No. So in that part of the field, just let him have it. Drop off. I said, yeah. I'm thinking, bro, I can't really play like this. Is not my game. This is
Yeah, it's
horrible.
not the way
What
you've been
turn?
taught.
Let him run at me.
Yeah, why?
I don't need someone
Why?
running at me.
Yeah,
I'm
why?
like,
Got a bad
I'm
knee.
on it. It comes to, I'm there. You're not turning. And that's it. Like,
And
that's not.
that's what you'd want as a centre back. No
Yeah.
one,
When we
no
all go
defender,
the other way,
no
keep
defender
him
wants
facing the other
anyone
direction.
coming at you.
So can you imagine? My head's like, oh, so we're in it, and they're trying to out, and he went, oh, I'm surprised at you. You was a. I started then my head. I swear, I remember it. Surprised at you. You was at Spurs with Jerry, like Jerry Francis times.
Yeah.
He was there. I was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah, I'm surprised at you. And I just thought, I'm either going mad, or I don't know what's happening there. These guys are actually on me. And that's when I knew, nah, I would rather not play than be having this discussion in front of the whole team and all that.
Yeah.
They, no disrespect, but certain people wouldn't know. They'd think what he's saying is right.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So you know what? You're not going to win that battle, are you?
Yeah.
So I just thought, I lost it. I was like, this is long. Like, I'd rather not play. And that was the season I thought, can't be bothered to play. Like, saw that season out. My knee was still playing up. It's one of them ones. My knee was such a problem, but you love football. So you're like, can I do another season? Yeah, I probably can. Opportunity come to go Thailand. I said, why not? The knee was still hurting. Went Thailand after 3 weeks. No, after my 3rd session, the knee blew up. That's when I said, on the plane back from Thailand, I said.
So what was the issue that you had in your knee? Was it like cartilage issues?
Yeah, so no cartilage on the outside, lateral
that's long.
meniscus.
Yeah.
So my first ever operation, they shaved 80% of the cartilage away. So already your shock absorber's kind of gone.
That's what happened to me. But I didn't do an op.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I decided not to.
Probably got the right first.
This guy. No. Do you know what it was? No, because I didn't decide to not, because I went on a premise that if I did it, it will never be the same. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
But obviously the quicker route is doing the op and coming back
It
quicker.
depends if it was your cartilage damage then, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so I tore cartilage. You tore on the outside, I tore on the inside.
Right,
I
medial.
tore it just under, medial, just under my kneecap. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember like when it kind of that's why when you're saying it swelled up, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
because
yeah,
it
yeah.
swells up, but you don't really get it. You, it just comes.
Boom, you
just-
look at it and
you
it's
might
just
you might
like-
just do a little sprint, and all of a sudden you stop and bang.
Yeah. You're like,
thinking,
where
"Huh?
did that
Why
come
is it-
from?
why
I'm
is
so
it
happy
so
I've
big?"
never had those.
No, that's horrible.
mate.
It's horrible.
It's horrible. I had to wear special trainers for like a little bit.
Do you lot
Yeah,
still
like,
like?
and stuff.
Yeah.
To try and rebalance.
Do you lot
Sorry,
still
balance and
like
shit.
to this day feel like when you?
Mate, if we all went styling and I'd done something, you'd be
Yeah,
like, what the fuck?
I even heard these knees click a little while ago.
You'd be like, what's that
urgently
crunching, bro?
click.
Like,
Like for me,
Oh yeah.
did you hear that?
this ain't a joke.
I don't want to hear it because things like that
That
like,
is
freak me
real.
out.
Wow.
No.
That's normal. Like I do like
Yeah.
shake it off. Sounds
So that happens to me. If I was to run, do you remember we split at Mill?
Yeah.
After the game, did you ever see me not rubbing my knee, bro?
But I thought like a little
I've
click
always
here,
rubbed it-
here and there is all right.
Nah,
like.
it's
not good, man.
Don't do it.
No, I won't do it again. No. But mine,
What's wrong
because
with
there's
you?
no.
You're such a wuss, bro.
I'm squeamish myself. To be fair, if someone else had it, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
But where there's no cartilage now, that was the first op. The second one, they drilled holes in the bone. So basically, that 20% cartilage that got withered away probably time ago. So now that's just grinding. It's wearing down the bone, and
killing
it gets to a point of no return.
Yeah, it
really.
peak.
I could show you my phone. I've got pictures of my last operation, and you can see where the cartilage is just worn down to like the pink bone, which is real bone sort of thing. I had an op maybe 15 months ago. So when you do all this, a lot of loose bodies float about in the knee, and at a time, your knee starts locking and stuff. So I needed an op about 15 months ago just to clean it out.
Yeah.
It becomes normal. I've had about 10 ops on this knee.
So even since stop playing, it's still
a problem.
That's
This
crazy.
ain't like it's not going anywhere. And because the truth is, because I like training, and I know I either don't train and this knee gets, when I'm in withers away, the muscle just withers away and you feel unstable and all that. Like literally like what we talking walking stick. Or I know that if I train, build the muscle up around it, it protects it, and that's the better way to do it. So that's how I've done it. Just make sure I'm strong, make sure I'm stable, make sure I do all my exercises and stuff. And you hear it's grinding a bit and all that, but that's better. I go to like see a specialist or something, and I look in the corridor, and you've got all these people just like on tablets and on.
Yeah.
I think, nah, man, there's a better way.
You just can't live that, innit?
There's a better way. So, you know, I get a lot of clients that have got injuries and stuff. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like trying to show them, look, if you do this, do that, you can live relatively half normal. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I do.
How much, like, for you, you know the whole PFA thing, like once you played with them, how much do they kind of help you after football? Is it literally like, I only asked this because he's been in the news recently. Who's the head?
Gordon Taylor.
Yeah, he's been in the news.
Well, is it? Because I heard there's been a lot of criticism.
But basically his salary.
Oh, no, you're talking about Scudamore, aren't you?
No, I'm talking about Gordon Taylor. It's 2.2 million.
What, a year?
A year. His salary, which is...
I need that job.
And they worked it out that it's 42 grand a week.
A week, yes.
And on top of that, like the amount that they've given in like grants and stuff only comes up to like $500,000. What? But he's taking home 2.2 million. Innit? But like,
so they're getting screwed.
Yeah, and he's getting a lot of like ex-pros. You know, is it Craig Short or something like that? Who used to be at Everton? Something like that.
Centre half, I think.
Yeah. Going at him saying, going at him saying that they don't really help players and blah blah blah. But in terms of like after the aftercare and that, do they actually help or?
Yeah, man. Like,
or is it you got to reach out to them?
You have to reach out. It's not just coming.
Yeah.
There's the. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to reach out, explain your situation. They want proof of this and that. Do you know what I mean? Blah blah blah. If you need an op, there's a fund there to help you, but you gotta
access.
You gotta go fill that in, do this, da 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 da. So it's kind of a little bit drawn out, but they have helped me. You know, one of the I couldn't say because if they didn't, who knows? Like they paid for an operation and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They help you. You know what I mean? You can get like a $3,000 loan or something just to tide you over for that little bits and bobs. But I can, like you're saying, only $500,000 was given out in grants, maybe.
Yeah.
You think maybe help a bit more. Like when you look at the wide array, you know, they really need to see. They're like, whoa, okay, we can only do that. Like they're quite. Imagine, say you had a bill for $4,000, they're probably not just going to cover it. They'll be like, we'll give you $2,000.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you put up some as well.
Yeah, like we can't really. I think they've got limits. We'll only give you this amount regardless of your situation, kind of thing. And it's funny you should say that. I checked my emails today, and we've got an email from the PFA from him. Yeah. Direct sort of thing, and just saying there's been a lot of talk and stuff, and we're looking at restructuring and this and that, so blah blah blah. So maybe he said we're looking at restructuring it all, so maybe they'll change a little bit. But I have to say they've helped me out. They've helped me out, you know, through needed operations and stuff. They've like actually like paid for it and stuff or scan, so that they have helped.
No, that's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it's
so
madness.
Right now you're a PT.
Yeah.
How's that going for you?
Yeah, it's good, man. I mean, like I said, it's something I thought about before I actually retired. And then like playing back from Thailand, I was like, right, I'm booking it and I'm doing it. Checked out what a decent one was. I went with Premier Training. And they did like, I just wanted, because at that stage, coming back from Thailand, I was like, I got nothing behind me really. Like as in, what am I gonna do? Literally, I needed an operation still while I'm coming back from Thailand. I think I can't even go into a job now. I need to have an op first. Madness was going in my head, but I said, you know what? I know me and this knee, we've become accustomed, innit? I reckon I can drag you through a little course or something, you get what I'm saying? So I booked up a 3-week intensive gym instructor course. And I was just going to do 3 weeks just so I had that behind me to then maybe have my op and then start a little gym instructing and do whatever. Got it, again, PFA. So they sorted that out. Gave me that, was on it. Week 1, again, blow my brains out, too much info. I was like, this is hard. By week 2, a lot of the people in the course, there's 24 people in the class, were staying on to do the 10-week course, which made you become a PT, not just a gym instructor. And as much as I hated it at the time, I said, Alton, man, if you leave after 3 weeks with this level 2 gym instructor, you're not going to really want to jump back in there. And
you're only going to have to do it down the road, isn't it? Again.
I was like, you know what? And everyone in the class said, just do it, Alton. And the thing is, in the class, you've got people that were maybe like bankers or this or that. And they're coming over to the health and fitness industry, buzzing, isn't it? Like, I've done mad hours at that job. I didn't like it. I want to come into this world and it's all kind of holistic and train people and all that stuff. And I'm there like, I don't want to be here. Like, literally miserable. Like, this is all a lot. I'm just here to get something so I can crack on with my life. I was like, I reckon I was like a bit depressed at that time in my life. Yeah. Definitely. But you know what I mean? I'm one of those.
That's such a common theme. Like, think of all the people we've spoken to that have come
so
at the game.
many people,
It's such a common theme.
Bruv, when I look now at that period of coming from Thailand and then that not knowing what to do, definitely I thought, raw. I remember waking up once, wake up, you're like, I thought, my head don't want to leave this pillow, innit? Like, I remember thinking, what's wrong with you? Did not want to move. And I just laid there, bro. Like, because it's just daunting, innit? Like, you're like, I don't know what to do.
Just monged out, man.
Monged out. And I'm quite good at like, come on, man, get with it. But it still took me, I was like, raw. And I used to have a word with myself. I was like, raw, this is it, innit? You are going through some shit. Like, straight up. You need to like accept it and just kind of like be patient with yourself, innit? To get through it. That's what I did, man. And then I done the 10-week course, which was hard, but actually got easier as you got into it because it got more practical. You could do more things, etc. Then after that 10 weeks, I was like, boom. I still needed an op, so I had my operation. Come back, went on a couple of interviews. Remember, I've never been on an interview before. Remember, this is I feel like a child. Like, you know, like.
And these times, you're how old are you now?
I'm 30, 31, 31.
Doing your first
interview ever. I'm like, nah, this is mad. So
did you sit up straight? Did you?
I was just chilling. Like,
You're tired.
Checking
those school tie. You know what I mean?
Oh, the ones that come up like halfway up.
I didn't know what to expect, but went on a couple of interviews and then got a role near my house at Virgin Gym, Repton Park. And but I started from, I knew I was coming into this industry. I didn't want to use the football. I've been a footballer, so I deserve to be X, Y, Z. I thought, no, let's go down. Let's do the nitty gritty, innit? So I had to gym instruct. Man, I had to clean bikes, scrub floors, sweep floors up. And to me, you think, right, out and it's part of the process, just do it. But the hardest bit, so I'm at Repton Park, I don't think the Tottenham team don't come in there to do their nuts and that.
You must see your pals.
Bro, I was like, and that's the only time I said, nah, I can't have my... Yeah, Jermaine, what are you saying? Cool, yeah. Yeah, I was hot. I was like, no. What the hell? I'm not brushing. Not like it was too much, innit? Yeah, too much. But it's all part of growth, innit? So yeah, that was hard. But then I picked that up, started getting my clients, started doing more PT work, built that, and then it got to a stage where like, no more gym shifts, no more gym instructing, just full time.
Just got your own clients.
Got your own clients, and you train them, and then. When you're at a company like that, you don't get the cut. It wasn't for money for me, really, at that stage. It was just learning it and stuff. But it got to a stage where they changed the pay structure. It was not good at all. It just take way too much. You know what I mean? You could charge 50 quid, but you're getting like £15 or 10 quid or something. It's just ridiculous. Mad. So you're like, what? Yeah, I was doing this to like find my... But now it's time to like duck out. So then... I just ended up paying a gym a rent. Do my own thing.
Bringing the clients in yourself.
Do my own thing. And that's what I've been doing the last 4 or 5 years, basically. Yeah.
Oh, right,
so, yeah, man.
But before you go, have you like maintained like the brotherhood or friends from the game, or is it literally like you see them and like every now and then, what's going on? Or do you actually have like solidified that friends?
So... you got your boy. So youth teams like big, innit? Like,
Yeah.
so there's a lot of us from the youth team that still keep in contact. Like, we're tight because Ledley was in it. A boy called Narada Bernard, Stephen Mills. We kind of got like a group chat, so we keep in contact, etc. But not many. I ain't got many like tight football friends.
Yeah.
I know, you said Izzy was on. Like, I'll see Izzy. I'll be like, yes, what you
what's going
saying?
on?
You know, but are we conversing? Not really. Not
I know what you mean. Like if you see
but it's
them,
like
you
that,
pick up
yeah.
from where it was.
Yeah.
Whatever. But not that many. Just not that many at all, to be honest. But it's all blessed. When you see them, it's all love.
Yeah.
It's all blessed.
But that's how it goes, though, isn't it?
But yeah, it's part of it. Obviously, it was tight with J. Lloyd Samuel, R.I.P.
man.
Yeah, he was, because he was part of, like, we got a group, like 10 of us. He was one of them on the chat. So we're tight with him, like, from day. So that just shocked all of us. But, like, we was even chat, like, night before it happened, like, we were on the chat and stuff. So, a bit surreal. But he was another one of our tight crew in that. And Ledley's in that group as well. So, these are the boys I really kept in contact with, kind of tight. But Damien Delaney, he was at Crystal Palace and stuff. Me and him.
And he's still playing?
I think he's in Cork now. He's in Cork, he's Ireland. Yeah, he's gone back, yeah. Jason Price, he used to have Afro, Doncaster.
Is that P-R-Y-C-E?
No, P-R-I-C.
Oh, no,
yeah,
don't know who that
guy
is then.
from Hull, and he was at Doncaster, so we're close. He come to my... Oh, he was at the birthday thing.
Yeah, he was chewing my ear off.
Yeah, yeah.
But he's cool, I like it.
He loves a little drink, innit? He loves it. Yeah.
Nah, he's cool though.
Chewing my
Yeah. No, he's like that though, isn't he?
No,
He
do you
does-
know what it was? It's like, because we kind of got introduced, but remember, we don't know each other.
No.
And even like when we was done, like Davinia was like, "Oh, where'd you know him from?"
like-
And I was like, "No, like Dwayne just introduced us." Do you know what I mean? But he's cool. But yeah,
Nah, he probably had a few too many, innit? But yeah, he's blessed. So yeah, you're right. Not that many you keep, or I've kept in contact with. But that doesn't mean to say, mate, I see a lot of these boys, we're all cool, man. So yeah, man. That's how it rolls.
Nah, love that for coming on though, man.
Blessed, man. No,
Hope
thanks
you've,
for having me.
hope you've had fun.
No, it's been good, man. I just feel like I'm in my living room, innit? Just having a chat. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's normally like.
Yeah,
We're
it's
not really
blessed.
trying to have that vibe where you come and you feel like you're being interviewed.
Yeah. No,
To try and get headlines and all
this is
that.
the place to be. So even in that WhatsApp group, you can just tell them, if they want to come and talk, this is the place to be.
Yeah, no, I will. No, I am. I did reach out to like Led and that, so we'll see if he can.
Hey,
do
listen,
something.
don't drop those names.
Oh,
Listen,
no, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying.
Don't drop them.
I'll reach out.
Yeah.
Innit? That's all I can
Get
say.
me, get me.
Watch
Man's
this
a-
space.
Yeah.
Just out of interest, lastly, before you leave, like, what's he doing now?
He's ambassador for
Ain't he?
for Tottenham. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So he's travelling. He's doing what Ray
Travelling.
Parlour was doing.
Was Ray
Because he was doing it for Arsenal.
What was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like you travel Hong Kong,
All over
America,
the world,
whatever. Do little functions
Bonkers.
there. So I think first year doing it, you find your feet a little bit.
Yeah.
You're not used to. You got to do talks and this and that.
Yeah.
But then now I think he's well in there.
Yeah.
I think he enjoys it. I think it's a good role to have.
It must
Do you know what I mean?
be.
It's nice for him.
must
It's a
be.
nice role to go into. You know what I mean? Come on, he's a legend down at the lane, and they love him down there, so it's good for him.
Just quickly before we do finish, something popped in my head. Obviously, Ledley's testimonial.
Yes.
How was it like with going back and playing?
Yeah. So he wanted to do his testimonial a year before,
Yeah.
but it couldn't work out for whatever reason. So I thought, cool. I knew I still needed an op. My knee's always a bit. I said, boy, I've got a year to kind of just give me the heads up, and
Yeah.
then I can try and get ready for it. Brother, a year goes quick nowadays. innit? So he's messaging me. He said, yeah, out on testimonial 6 weeks. Do you want to play? I'm thinking, like, my leg's not right. I can't really do this. Like, but what am I gonna do, man? Man's
Yeah,
telling me he's playing this testimonial.
You got to come and show
Where it
face.
all, I said, you know what, Led, let's do it. So 6 weeks. I said, it's operation. Let's try and get this as good as it
Yeah.
can be to be able to do something. So I actually trained with him a little bit because he's got the same, but basically got the same problem.
Yeah.
And I've done a bit of work at the Spurs training ground with him and stuff, and another guy. And yeah, man, because Tim Sherwood was manager then.
It was
I think,
it?
yeah, he was manager. So he said to me, like, what do you think? I said, mate, I can't really do much.
Yeah.
I said, look, listen.
Is that why you come off the bench?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't do. for me, just running out there, I didn't know what was. I could just run and just drop. And I'm like, right, thanks, I'm done.
Get me back on.
Thank you. So I said, listen, 10, 15. If I get through that, mate, I've done well. And that's literally what it was. So I literally got on the pitch, and I done one little run into the corner. I thought, what? I felt no. And cut a long story short, even now I've got like a loose body floating around. So little bits of kind of debris.
Yeah, just stuck in there, innit?
But I had to do some research in this because even the surgeons couldn't tell me what was going on. So I'm like, hang on a minute. Basically, little bits of debris fall off, and then because you've got like synovial fluid, which is like nutritious fluid, them little bits of debris will grow within your knee. So if you're active and you're producing a lot of synovial fluid, you're actually feeding these little bits of debris in your knee, which will then force them to grow.
Yeah.
So I'm like, raw. So then I'm thinking these little.
You can feel them.
I've got one now. You're not gonna want to feel it,
good,
but you probably won't.
I'm good.
But I've got, and it needs to be removed. But that's another story. So when I ran, I felt like something. I said, "Nah, man." 2 minutes in, I said, "Boy, I'm gonna have to soldier it." I just soldiered it to the end. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, right, I'm not
because they said the same thing to me.
mad.
But because I had, like I said, I didn't do any invasive surgery at all.
Yeah.
And they said the same thing to me when the cartilage chipped off. They said to me, "Look, you're probably gonna have little bits in there floating around, but if you do feel anything, you need to come back and let us know." I think I was telling Daps, I don't think I played football for nearly a year and a half, just because I was just focused on not feeling anything. I just wanted my knee to be fine.
Okay, I get
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I had times, you see, like, obviously, the way your cruciate is, it's kind of like a cross, isn't it?
Yeah.
Under the kneecap.
Yeah.
There was times when, I swear on my life, I could feel that something was trapped
100%.
in between.
Yep.
And there was times I didn't want to bend my knee, so I had to kind of straighten out slowly to then kind of shake. It was mad.
And
it was mad. It
all
was
right,
mad. It was mad.
so I've got one at the moment. Like, I had it up 50 months ago.
And they got to go suck it all out, and it's just
It's an arthroscopy, bro. Go in there with their tools, clean it up, suck that bit out, pull that bit out. You know, they literally clean it up as much as they can and stitch you back up, basically. And I'm gonna probably need. I need another one right now as we speak, but I'm just delaying it, so I can still do stuff. So I'm like, as long as I can move, I ain't got to play football.
Yeah.
I can still do a bit of gym and keep it strong. So I'm not having another.
Does it affect you at work? No.
It does, because I got a loose body and it just sits in there. I know it's mad, yeah? And this one's pretty big, bro.
Spence's face.
No, it's mad, it's surreal. It sits in the corner of my knee there, yeah? But then say I do something, it might go whoop and move over
changes.
there.
Yeah,
but when it moves into hair, man can't move.
It's pain. Yeah.
I'm like, nah.
Yeah,
So I've learned now, I started doing research, and they're saying you can knock it back.
Yeah.
Over. So I'm having to lift my leg up.
Lift your leg up.
And do some
pat out your kneecap.
and doing this and just trying to get this thing to go over there.
go back where it's
When it
comfortable.
goes there, I can move again. Sweet. So I've been mid-session with a client. I got, you know what? I got to this might look a bit mad, but and I'm doing all this, I'm wiggling my nuts. Like, it's back. Yeah.
So if you start doing like squats now and all of that, would it mess it up?
Chaos, innit?
No, so I can do. This is the mad thing. I didn't do squats for years. Yeah, I'm a bit on the edge with this stuff because when my leg feels good, I feel like I'm Superman. I do squats, but you have to almost be military position, innit? Like everything's got to be right. This knee can't be tracking in a bit and all that, because I will get a sharp reminder that my knee's not normal.
Not there.
Yeah.
So you can do it with almost technique's got to be on point. And that's what,
I had to do leg presses.
That's what I used to
because I couldn't do the standing one. I had to kind of do the leg press instead, because as soon as I would even go down a little bit, I would feel like it's not even a pain, but it's like a sharp feeling, and you just think, nah, this is
not worth it.
Put it back.
Because I know a lot of rehab and stuff, and I'm doing all that, I can probably push the boundaries a little bit more than the next person, and that is exactly what I do. That's the only reason that I've got any type of quad here. Like, seriously, if you look at this leg and this, you can't probably, like, there's not round hairs, like very skinny compared to this one's like solid, because this would just be withered away, mate.
Yeah.
So
Not on all of that.
he's looking, he's like, right, that's nasty.
Now, you know, like when it comes to injuries and that, anything to do with knees, cartilage, that's why I'm lucky because I broke my leg.
Did you?
So tib and fib, cool. But I didn't have any sort of
joint issues.
Like joint issues, because I broke it right here.
Cool, yeah.
So then all of this
was kind of still
cool.
Working well.
It was just about building up the muscle and everything.
Cool.
But
Yeah,
that's my worst
nightmare.
That's my worst. Even today, because I've been out injured for like 3-4 weeks, whatever.
Oh, at the moment?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went training yesterday and it was literally just running. Bro, when I got out of bed today, I think I'm not 21 no more. Like,
Yeah.
my back was hurting. I got up, my knee, it clicked. And I was just like,
This is mad.
And just my knee clicking today,
Yeah.
I was just like, any sort of knee.
Imagine if you had that problem.
And now you're here telling me about this. I was like, listen.
Do you know what it is though? I think in life, you get something as traumatic as this. Because I used to say to my Orient, the assistant manager, he said, oh yes, what are you doing now? Like you finished training and that. I said, what? I got to now go gym,
Yeah.
do my pool walking, do my stretches.
Yeah,
I said, there's no like, oh, let's go Nando's.
Yeah,
and that.
yeah.
You take care
I said,
of it after.
it's like having a child. And he went, what? And he was
Ice
shocked.
pack-
I said,
ice pack on it.
best believe me getting out there on a Saturday is no joke. Like this is taking over.
There's a lot of things that have to go before it.
Mad massage, stretch, manipulation. I was doing ice baths every day.
Yeah.
So I think when I come out of football, that's why it was kind of like breathe, you know, because
Yeah.
the amount of effort just to get on that pitch was bonkers, really. But that's how it is, isn't it? That's how it goes, boy.
But yeah, man,
Oh, bless, man.
it's been a good one.
No, it's been good to
Honestly,
chat.
man, thanks for coming on.
No, it's been good, man. I'm one of those, innit? Like, you know, you play football, you can always get out of doing stuff. So,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'm getting mad. Sorry, I got a game. Like,
Yeah.
so even when you said I could, you know, it's in me to just go, oh no, I'm busy. But I thought, well, like, come, let's do this, man. So
Yeah.
No.
Thanks for having me.
I was surprised at
So,
how easy. I was thinking it's gonna be a hard one, and then when he was just like, "Yeah, he's on it," I was like, "Oh,
I literally made this. I said, what? I said, because I could have trained clients today. I said, no, do you know what? I want to come and do this, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's good.
That's
to
only
do.
when I thought. That's when I messaged. I goes, nah, he's good for it. When I messaged you and you was like, yeah. I cancelled my clients. So I thought, yeah,
Rah.
if you're gonna do that,
You know what I mean? I just
thought,
can't. I said, no. When's he
It's
even not
gonna
in?
be good
innit?
fit.
Done. So yeah, no. Thanks for having
okay,
me,
cool."
man.
But yeah, guys, before we go, shout out Leon McKenzie's book.
Shout out Leon.
Those on
Up.
YouTube
Oh yes.
can see that. My Fight with Life. Shout out Leon McKenzie. Make sure you get that book. Also, big up Daisy Doris Cleaning Services. Anyone who listens to our podcast gets 20% free cleaning,
Shout
whatever.
out Daisy Doris.
20% of cleaning.
Even us.
So Daisy Doris Cleaning Services.
Shout out Daisy
Shout out
Doris.
Daily Doris.
And they're actually really, really good. So yeah, they are at Daisy Doris Cleaning. So guys, thanks very much. It's been a good one. #CounterAttack podcast. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think about Alton. Just slate him. You know what I mean? Just give it to him. He ain't got a clue.
Bring it on.
But yeah, guys, we're out.
Big up.
Bless.
Easy.
Oh, easy.